Imagine for a moment that you are a Saudi soldier, and you are ill-equipped for the situation you currently find yourself in.
Most first-world military powers have a common mantra.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
You may find yourself in a situation that is untenable. It is your job to find a way to change that situation and figure out a successful way to come out still at the top of the hill in a dominant position.
As a commander, you know that your troops are up against frequent ATGM strikes, and small arms ambushes. How do you adapt to the situation, without armored vehicles, in order to win?
In the case of Houthi Saudi troops, no action was taken by either the troops, or the commanders in order to move the situation in their favor.
This is something that we have been seeing time and time again in many videos.
Troops are left in the open, often in a one-vehicle unarmored convoy to maneuver through enemy-occupied territory.
A percentage of these vehicles and patrols are met with outright destruction, and are killed off without any resistance whatsoever.
In a sense, they are the softest targets on the battlefield, and they are treated as such by the enemy. What things can be changed in this situation in order to help prevent the death and destruction of Saudi units?
Come back to us on Facebook after you finish viewing the video, and let us know what you think.
If you found yourself in this situation as a Saudi soldier or commander, what would you do to adapt to the enemy's hit-and-run tactics with ATGMs?
Could new equipment or armor be adopted in order to protect troops?
Could force protection in the form of multiple vehicle convoys deter future attacks? Is there nothing that can be done at all that would prevent these types of attacks from happening?
It's important for us to be considering things like this as we move forward. Foreign policy is changing at a very fast pace, and there is always a chance that even our own conventional forces could be finding themselves pitted up against jihadist fighters wielding these anti-tank guided missile systems.
We have seen them largely adopted by almost every organization operating in the Middle East since they started being used with great effectiveness across Syria. In a way, they have almost replaced the improvised explosive device, and the small sniper teams that were so effective in the early years of the Iraq War.
While both of those things, the sniper and the IED, will probably still remain a threat to conventional ground forces, I believe that the ATGM will become our next greatest threat with no direct answer in the never-ending global war on terror.
So let's think about and discuss the options now in order to prepare for our next fight, instead of living in the past and thinking that the enemy will not change.
Wars are won and lost by the ability of troops and commanders on the ground to adapt and defeat the enemy's tactics and techniques as quickly as possible.
We need to stay one step ahead of our enemies in order to preserve life and end battles efficiently and with extreme prejudice.
We need to learn now from the mistakes we are already able to see.